Hey MaddScrappers, I am back. Right now I am going to do a quick tutorial. Well, maybe not so quick tutorial because this is a bit of a work in progress, this card. But this is a last minute Thanksgiving card because if it weren't for the last minute, I personally would not get anything done. So this is straight from the Spellbinders October Small Die of the Month Club. Here's a die set right here. And I had this, I got my kits come in late. So I'm planning on literally unsubscribing and resubscribing so that my dies come on my kits come at the beginning of the month. So I have more time to be able to share these with you. In more time for you to do things, because like I said, I've sat on this. It came in late in the month and I sat on it a little bit and I finally got the card done. Then I had to get my act together to do the video. So, but I'm bringing it to you now. I'm doing it now finally. So let's get together. We're going to do this card. I originally had visioned this card. And then I put it to a poll amongst some other scrappers and we reworked it in another way. And then my husband saw it and he really liked it this way. So I went ahead and did it that way. So I may come back with the other version that we talked about, but is it a shaker card? It is a wannabe Slimline. It is not a Slimline. It is a fat line card because it is 4.5 by 9 inches, but it fits into a business size envelope. And that's all I cared is I actually had an envelope it would fit in. I mean, push comes to shove, I could just make it. What the heck. But anyway, let's not, diddle-daddle anymore. Let me come back and let's get started with this, okay? I'm going to come in. I pre-cut a bunch of this already. So I've already pre-cut my panel for my card. And it is 8.5 by 9. Scored in the middle, 4 1/4. So I just had to grab an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. This is Hobby Lobby Heavyweight, the ivory colored paper. And if you're a smart cookie, you go every other week and you buy it when it's 50% off. So it's probably what, 80 pound, maybe 100 pound. I think more like 80 pound card, but it's heavy enough for my liking. And then I also, which you can't tell here, and I will show you in a minute, is, let's see if you can see that, is it's embossed. My background's embossed. So I mounted these panels onto the card. So I need two 4x4 panels that I'm going to take my handy dandy fall leaf. This is one from Spellbinders Fun Stamper's Journey. It's changing season, so it's a really pretty fall leaf embossing folder. And all I'm going to do is actually, just because I want it to get a little bit more texture, where is my little, there's my little spray bottle. I'm going to spray off the side so I'm not spraying on my glass mat. But I'm going to take and give it a couple of squirts, 3 squirts. And then put it inside and really just, where do I like, which leaves do I like the most? I like all of those oak leaves. So I'm going to go in here, put it in that bottom corner. And I'm just going to run it through my Gemini Junior because it doesn't fit in the marquee. If it were a straight A2, but this folder's just a little bit bigger and I can't run it through my marquee, darn it. I'm going to really quickly do this. There'll be other stuff I'm going to do off camera just because you don't need to hear that noise or listen to it do its thing. We all know how to emboss something. I'm just going to take it out. And I think that is really good. I love it. I really, really love it. So let me just do the other one. There we go. So now we have our two both our panels for this card. So I can and we're done embossing. We're not done with the Gemini by any stretch of the imagination. Because now what I have to do, I'm going to do 2 things. I need to cut this out. And I'm going to cut that out of my tonic. And this is Conic Mirror Pearl. I think it's Gold Pearl Mirror in the Mirror cardstock. This is some really nice cardstock, guys. I got this on Tonic and you'll see I'm posting a video about sales that are coming up in Tonic. And I think this might be some of the paper that is on sale. I can't recommend it enough if you guys have a few bucks to go ahead and buy the paper pack because it's really good quality. It is one-sided, but it's, just really heavy-duty cardstock. But that's what I cut out, all of these pieces. And then I'm using a bit of craft because what I didn't do to this, which I'm going to do now, is cut a couple of layers to steady it because this one's already getting kind of wonky. And then I need to cut out, it's shadowed. If you notice, I shadowed these. So I'm cutting this out of red maroon, also from Tonic, and it's a textured paper. So I'm going to do all that off camera, and I will be right back, okay? Okay, MaddScrappers, I am back after a much more longer break than I thought. For I went to go get a drink when I went to start the next phase of this after my cutting. And I brought my handy dandy little bottle of drink, and what I did is I shook it up because I drink just powdered grape crush in water, and the lid flipped open and I spewed purple water all over. And I cleaned up the mess, and that was it. It just it killed me, so I gave up. I am back now. I have made peace with it, finished my die cutting. I'm ready now to do some ink blending first, because we have to, on this card, as you can see, all of these are all ink blended. So I'm just going to take this cardstock and ink blend it up, and then I'm going to die cut the leaves out of it. So let me get started, and I'll probably just put this into fast forward mode. There's no need for me. There's, you know, how exciting can ink blending be? But really, all I'm going to do is mix these all up. And I'm going to go with the green. And I'm mixing two different families just because of the colors I want to use. And this may not, this isn't making me happy. So hang on, I'm going to be right back because I'm changing that up right now. Okay, I'm back. I switched up colors. I'm not necessarily happy with that blend here. The problem is what I normally do is I'm not happy. I'll flip it over, except I have grape stains on this side of the paper, so I have no choice. We're back to this, and we're going to make it work. We will, you know, we're going to die cut a bunch of leaves, and it will be what it will be. Again, as I say, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be. But I'm just laying down a bunch of colors here, and I try not to make them, I'm trying to color more narrowly so that I can get more than one color, and, you know, so these leaves all come in different colors. Whoops, let's not do that. Come back in here. And then I'm going to come back in with the red. Although, you know what? Let me experiment here with the pomegranate, because I was also looking for a deeper red. Let's try it on this side, since it's already the... Yeah, I don't think so. See, I'm glad I decided to do this. That's almost too pinky. Too pinky. Okay, we're going to stick with our colors. I thought I was going to deviate. I am not. We'll come back here with some more fired brick, and I should have told you guys what I'm using. So I'm using one distress ink, and that is the Forest Moss, and then the rest are oxide, fire brick, dried marmalade, the mustard seed, and vintage photo. And I'm just going to go in here and just alternate colors and get all the fall colors in here in little bits. And try not to take up too much time. Yeah, I have to come in with yellow. And I'll come in with a little bit of brown here. And I will, give me 1 second.
She never thought that she could be everything she ever dreamed. She never knew that they could see. Blinded by insecurities, running from her past. Make up to cover up, but that won't last. Her beauty's locked inside. And when she finally faced her fears, he smiled at her and wiped her tears. She was born to survive. This is the story of my life, my anthem, and I can't fake and take like it's alright. But I know that we all go through rough patches. The fact is, it's all life. It's alright, baby, it's alright. His father was never around, and his mother only put him down. He never felt true love from kin, so started questioning.
Okay, as you can see, what I seem to have here is a hot mess of psychedelic camouflage or fall camouflage. But the point is, I needed smaller daubers, so I need to invest in trying to find something that is smaller than, or like smaller blending brushes that I can go in smaller spots. Let me put my lids back on here and get this all out of the way. Because now what I'm going to do, and I just want to do one set and then I'll do the rest off screen. I have a bunch already cut anyway, is I'm going to lay down my dies. And I'm going to die cut all of these leaves out. So let me just put a little piece of tape and hope it holds. And let's pull out my handy dandy, very well loved diamond press, and we're going here. I'm going to be a little wasteful just so I can get some more coloring in here. Stick this in and try to get it crooked, because that's the only way this is going to work. This folders, you can tell, like, oof. But it's one of those cases where I'm going to get that last bit of life out of it if I can. Let's see. If I can, of course, as I make a mess. Okay, that's not going to work. So we're going to get the newer folder that's less loved. Break that out. That I used, I wanted to use that one when I cut all the gold. There we go. There we go. There is a limit. I think that one has seen its lifespan. And here are the leaves. So let me pull this section out of the way so that you can get a see for it. Oh, and the rest just went to the floor with the folder, because there was a couple stuck there. But see, that's what I wanted, was to get a little bit of everything. So let me come down here a minute and pick up the leaf that went to the floor. There's more than one missing, but I don't see it right now. But I'm going to cut out some more leaves and I will be right back. Okay, or actually I'll cut them out, but you just don't need to see it. Alrighty then, I am back. I have pulled myself together. You guys ever had that project that just like, ugh, this is this project for me right now. I managed to survive the cutting of the leaves. I actually inked up a whole of the sheet off camera just to make sure I had enough leaves, because I put some of them, if you look at the sample, it's not just the ones that I inset up here, but there are leaves inside of the in the shaker bits. And I think I'm going to go, one up on this. I'm going to do two things first. One of them is, I have decided in my true TheMaddScrapper insanity I want to color up the background. Instead of leaving it white, it seemed to me to be missing something. So I'm going to go ahead, and here's the extra one I have. So I'm going to take these two, because these are the ones I was planning on, and I'm going to color these up to matte the background the same colors I did, just really lightly. If you saw my blessings card, but I think I haven't posted it yet. It's the same technique. So
What is my worth? Why do I feel so cursed? Maybe this is what I deserve. This is a moment in time. He finally got the chance to realize that nothing was his fault. Oh, this is the story of my life, my anthem, and I can't fake and take like it's alright. But I know that we all go through rough patches. The fact is, it's all life. It's alright, baby, it's alright.
I am done with inking. I'm over it. I have had my fill of inking. It's way usually out of my comfort zone. It's something I'm forcing myself to do because I have to get over it. Let me clean that ink up real quick with a handy dandy wet one. What I love about this glass mat is how easily I can make it squeaky clean. Do you hear it squeak? Let me just dry it off real quick. Now what we're going to do is I'm ready to put these pieces together. So I've cut a bazillion of them because if you do one card, it makes sense to do more than one card. So I'm going to do more than one card. So what I need to do now is I'm going to layer these. I just want to do a little bit of shadowing. So I'm going to go ahead and put these all together, and I will just probably do fast forward this segment because you don't need to do this in painstaking agony. But all I need to do, I'll do once so you guys can see what I'm doing. But I snip off these bottom little tabbies. There we go. And then I'm going to grab the glue with the, where's my other? Let's see, they're right here. Where all glues go when you're looking for them, they go to the bottom. And I'm just going to, whoops, boy, that's happy glue. I just want to go around the edge, put some in the middle of each of these leaves. Quickly, I do not want to dawdle, because the last thing I need is for glue to be drying on me before I get it all glued down. That would be bad. Grab that. Do that. And then what I want to do is offset it just a tiny bit. I hope you can see that. I just want to create a little bit of shadowing. There we go. And I want to make this wider. I need that little extra rim because this is going to be a shaker. Why? Because I'm insane. But that's the first piece, and I have to do 8 more together, so I am going to move forward and just go into hyperspeed and impress you guys with how fast I work.
This is a good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today is a good day to live. This morning has a clearer light as any to see the horizon in the far. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my face, all that ever was is a wreck.
Okay, I am back again with the project that keeps on giving. You ever had that project that just is like determined to drive you crazy? It's this one. I don't know why. I am really, I was telling my husband, I'm really out of sorts today, and this puppy is just doing it to me. But anyway, I'm gonna take a moment here. I'm gonna apply glue around my edges, and I'll toss some on the leaves so that I can glue the acetate to this, because this is going to be a shaker card, because for I am truly mad, and I'm going to put foam on these little tiny edges, which is half the reason of doing the shadowing, just so it gives me a little bit of a wider edge to do the foam, to add the foam. And I'm just going to add a couple of dabs here and there of the glue just to get it to stick down here. No, doesn't have to be a lot. It just has to hold it in place. Until we do it, maybe I you know, and I think about it now, maybe I shouldn't have done it at all, because it's like I have to instantly commit, because otherwise it will smear, and we don't want that. There we go. But I lucked out. It worked. Except this is a little bit, how about, first my acetate, you notice I struggled because I cut the acetate too small somehow, because I took the time to write the notes that told me how big to cut the acetate, and then I didn't look at them. I never cease to amaze myself. But here is the fix for the too wide acetate. Pair of scissors. Crisis averted. Move on. Clean cup, change seat. Okay, there we go. One other thing I did have to do is rather quickly, you know what we're going to do? Actually, no, before we throw down acetate, I'm going to start doing all the inlaying of the flowers. I mean, the flowers, listen to me. The leaves. So I'm going to start with, hang on a second, let me put this together. I'll come back, and all I'll do is I'll just, go through this quickly so that you guys are not bored with me going through this for 3 hours. Be right back.
Tomorrow there's borrow today. Well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today and not tomorrow. There's no time to borrow today. Well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today is a good day. Today is a good day to live.
Hey, my scrappers, I have not given up. I am determined to finish this, but this project is like that song, and I don't know if whether you are old enough to have a child who watched Lamb Chop's Playhouse, or you are that child that grew up and watched Lamb Chop's Playhouse. But this project is like the never-ending song. I go, this is the project that never ends. It goes on and on, my friend. Oh my gosh, I'm never going to finish this. And now I have that said song stuck in my head. So if it's stuck in your head, you're welcome. But anyway, we're down to the final laps to get this done. All I need to do now is apply my foam and then put all my foofy stuff inside my shaker. Oh, and I do have to glue my sentiment pieces together. And here is a piece, you know, thank the Lord, because what I do is I stack these, you know, to reinforce this piece with two more pieces just to make it a little bit thicker. But this also got hit by the flying grape juice the other night. So it's just like, oh. This project will go down in infamy or something like that. It's just like, oh my lordy, why did I do this? So I swear that doing it the first time was not as atrocious as this time around, but I am determined to finish. So let's just rock this and make this happen. So I've got my foam tape here, and there is not a lot of space here, but I'm going to make it happen. I learned a little trick, and I'm going to fly with it. Where are my little scissors? Okay, so let's go with, first let me measure out my little length. Okay, so to about right here. But we are going to make this work. It'll be a little tiny bit of waste, but not much. Let me just lay it down. So I'm lining it up right with where the edge is on the inside. Laying it down, and yes, it sticks a little bit on my, and then I'm going to whip out, remember I showed you guys this, whoops, it almost pulled out. This is where all these little pieces that I saved come in handy. Great. So now I'm just going to lay down a piece of this that I saved from, you know, somewhere else that I cut it from. But what this does is it makes it so I can cut this without it sticking to the scissors. So now all I do is go right up against the edge here, and it's so much easier to cut away. Because, you know, anybody who's tried to cut foam knows how it wants to desperately stick to your scissors. Now I do have to trim that. I feel like I have to trim that off. There's a little bit of left over here. And that's okay, a little bit of wastage. It's not going to kill me. And then where I do have, let me a little bit more, because I don't want that visible at all. Okay, the one place that it does get a little bit wasteful is right here. Because it'd be so, I'd rather just waste that little piece, lose that little piece. And we'll see if I lose it. I mean, yeah, it's just going to be, yeah. I'll have to come in then. What I did with my other card is I had to come in here and remove that with undo. All right, my friends, I am back. I've gotten all the foamy parts on. Interestingly enough, on the second piece, I creamed it out and nothing flat. Everything worked the way it was supposed to. So apparently the fates are just conspiring me against me. And if I do it on camera, I'm bound to flub it all up. But there you go. Anyway, what I have left to do is glue my thankful sentiments. And I have 6 of them because I'm going to do another card besides this one also, because if I'm doing one, why not do 2? And then I'll have 3. So I'm going to go ahead and and at least get these guys all glued together. On one of you, notice I've experimented. This one is sparkly in different parts and different colors because I wanted to do something other than just leave it flat like in the sample card. I was rethinking it. And ultimately what I settled on is to emboss it. And now the piece that is embossed is nowhere. Oh, here it is. And I ended up really liking, so let me put it against here. It really stands out. It deepens the color and it really does stand out, and I like that. So I'm going to glue these guys together 3 deep, and then I'm going to go ahead and emboss it to make them spark, not sparkly. This is not sparkle. This is shine. But it does by the same token deepen the color and make it shiny. Just make it stand out some more. So let me use this, although and there we go. We are at this point. So all I need now do is make a baby mess. But that's why we have a glass media mat and wet ones, so that I can be messy. Let me bring over my heat tool, my Milwaukee. I'm like so tickled that it's a Milwaukee. I'm like, oh my gosh, they even make a heat tool. Who would have known? Okay, now I'm just going to press this. Actually, rather than do it that way, genius, how about this way? Then it's only my fingers that get eek. But I'm gonna make sure, yep, that is nice and juicy, and I'll do both at once. I made a bigger mess the last time. I don't know what I was thinking, because I put it down on the glass mat, and then I pressed this into the glass mat. I'm telling you, I'm my own special brand of special. But now let me just, I hate sticky. I hate dirty in my fingers, which is why I don't do a great deal of mixed media. I mean, just flat out. Because I'm just thinking, you know, you'll see me there with, you know, surgical gloves on because I don't want to get my hands dirty. That is my OCD. I just need to find somebody that's OCD that likes to clean and make them my best friend. And they come over and pick up my messes here. Oh, okay. Let me just pick that up. I'm going to flip it over in there. And just pick that all up. Just a generous amount. Whoa! Look, it flies. There we go. There's a little bit came off the L there. Or, yeah. No, the top of the K is what it is. There, much better. I'm blowing it off. Including the little stringy thing. Okay. So now we have, they look good enough to eat. It's like I want to take a bite out of them. You know, do you think I've maybe gone too long without sugar that now I see everything is sugar? That is the hardest part of doing keto is, you know, finding the sugar replacement. My problem is not that I overeat or, you know, constant eating or oversized portions. It's sugar. My whole problem is sugar. If there was no sugar in the world, I'd probably weigh 100 pounds. Okay, let me now grab this and let's, whoops, emboss this puppy. Okay, I'm obviously having difficulties coordinating. My goodness. There we go. This is only happening because I'm on camera. Because this didn't happen the first one I did. There we go. Sorry, the cord is in the middle of the way. I'm not fighting it right now. There we go. I just want this done. There we go. There we go. Get this one over here. Let me see if I can do it. There we go. Wow. There we go. Yay. Oops. This one is done, not sticky anymore. My fingers are sticky. I don't think it's that it's sticky. I think I am. Now we're just going to go ahead and see, we'll just center that more or less. Let me just lay it out here visually so I know, so I can get an idea where the center is. It looks pretty good. It's a little wonky right there. Where is my little bottle of glue? Uh-oh. That pin looks rusty. Let me see. Is it going to come out? See? That was not a stainless steel pin. There we go. Also, my glue is not coming out clean. There we go. Okay. I got it white. Just in case. Okay, so now let me just squirt some glue on here. And the widest points. Okay. I'm going to leave some of this loose. I'm okay with that. I think there's enough glue here. Okay. Not bad. Look, guys, one piece that I'm not struggling on camera for. Oops. There's a little piece right there. I see you. And that's considering I have the wrong glasses on. The next time I stop the camera, I'm going to go pull, because what I have are my computer glasses on, not my up-close crafting reading glasses. So there, I've got my thankful on. That is done, and I can set it aside. This will get tossed into, there we go, little container with the other spare parts. For the other card I'm doing, for I am nothing if not insane. This was a great idea when I started it, but you know, this many steps in, it's like, yeah, this is not a card meant to be mass-produced. Okay. I still feel, hang on, I still got the thing with embossing powder. It gets everywhere. There we go. Okay. I'm going to come back in here. And we're not going to take we're going to take a bunch of these leaves. I want to take, whoops, but I want to make sure they're facing up. I want to take at least one or two of each one. I got to make them literally a centralized pile, because what I did here is I put these in so that it wouldn't dent in. Oh, one thing I do want to do I have it handy? I should. That's not it. Give me 1 second. Oh, I want to reach back here and grab a dryer sheet. It is in the back of this bin. Okay, we're going to take our chances. I'm not dealing with that now. Normally what I do is I hit this with a dryer sheet so that it would take off some of the static, but hopefully I've manhandled it enough that there won't be an issue with that. Okay, I just put these down so that way in the middle it doesn't, you know, like collapse in and doesn't like the shaker bits shake. So we'll take this off. Oh my goodness, this tape does not want to come off. There we go. It's determined. There we go. To defy me. So yeah, we know you're on camera. This, people, is why I think a lot of the other YouTubers fast forward through all these segments. So that you don't have to see all of this silliness. Now, here's the other thing. Of course, we remember, I can't remember if I told you earlier in the video, and that is that I cut this too small. These squares are cut just about 1/8 of an inch smaller. So I'm going to be right on the edge with the foam, and it'll carry over onto the card, which is okay because that'll also kind of secure it to the card. But again, it's that rule. Measure twice, cut once. I say measure 4 times, just to be safe. But there we go. I'm sorry for my head. You can see all my hair and all its purple and pink glory. Oops. A little off center there. Let's see, I did get some of them want to stick there. Some a little bit more off here, but I'm not going to try. Actually, that's what I should do. I wonder if I can peel this up. Allow me to peel it up without damaging it. Yeah, no, because it's already stuck. We will make this work. It'll fix itself when I get it down on the card. Get that down here, and then we'll put these little shaker bits in there too. Or not. I think not. Sounds like a definitive. I'm going to leave that one alone. And now that we know the trick to this, we'll do this one. So hang on tight. Okay, so I got the other piece together, and the first piece off center bothered me enough that I actually did undo it and then replace a couple of pieces that came apart, but then recentered it, so now it's better centered. So now we are literally ready to assemble this card. So here is my card base, and here are my sticky bits. And literally all I have to do is, you know what, hang on. First I'm going to do a little Kathy Zilski trick. Let me take a piece of tape here. I'm just grabbing a piece of washi tape because it'll make doing this so much easier. And there we go. It'll stick. It'll hold my card. Well, it's supposed to hold my card closed. It's not. I'm waiting for it to pop up open again. Let me grab a fresh piece of washi. I just grabbed, because I always have little pieces of washi, used washi, stuck there on the side of my desk. There we go. Let's not be chintzy here. It's not like this stuff is that expensive. There we go. Ah, much better. There we go. Okay. I'm telling you, I'm cursed. So much for that trick. Alrighty, so now all I have to do is Carefully eyeball center it because this is going to want to stick down immediately. So let's see. Okay, a little bit more this way. I think just literally the foam bits are going to hold it down. There's enough foam bit all the way around that's going to hold these two pieces down. That looks good, huh? And there. And I'm just going to press down. Yep, that foam is pretty. It's strong. Okay, so now I've got it glued down. All I need to do, we're ready just to glue the sentiment down. Let me grab, and I'm going to use 3D glue for that. You go away. Get out of the way. Let's send it. So what I'm going to do here is hit it in about 3 spots. 1, 2, and 3. Right, okay, set that aside for a second. And then we'll just center it. And again, one thing I love about using my Collal 3D glue is it gives me play time. It's not like as if I were using foam. Once it's down, it's stuck. And if you don't have it centered, there comes out the undo again, which I'm very friendly with. It, you know, In and I, we have a love-hate relationship. Okay, there we go. Let me close my glue, and remember, for those who have it, make sure you squeeze out a little bit of it so that you push the air out, because that's what keeps it from drying. But there you go. Frankencard is done. I finally made my way through it. And there it is in all its shaker bits glory. I really like the background colored in. I like it better. You know, you guys have to tell me, do you like this one better? Or do you like the white one better? I think I like this one better. So let me know in the comments below. But I am pleased. I am done. We have survived this together. And away I go to my next mad project. So guys, I am sorry this has just been a chore this time. My video, I'm sure, will show it. But in the end, I'm happy with the result. I have one more to do. But that one, I know, will come out much easier, much faster, because I won't be on camera. So I will leave you with this card. This is, you know, my last minute Thanksgiving card. If it weren't for the last minute, nothing would get done in my life. So I thank you for hanging out with me on this one. Please, again, as always, take care of yourselves. We are, again, in just hard times, but despite all of this, there's so much to be thankful for. I know I am. I have my health. I have my family. I have work. There's so many things that we could complain about, but let's try to, at least for a moment, just think of the positive and the good things that, we have in our lives. So, and I am thankful for you who come and hang out with me video after video just to see my madness. So until the next one, please, again, don't forget, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, subscribe and ring the bell, and you'll know when I come back. And then you'll say, oh, no, it's her. And once again, don't forget, as I am doing here, scrapping my madness, don't forget, scrap your madness as well, okay? Take care of yourselves. We'll see you later. Bye.